Want to make passive income using AI and Pinterest? Most people overcomplicate it, but I'm breaking it down into 3 simple steps you can start today. I'll show you the best niche on Pinterest right now, how to fully automate Pinterest pins with AI, and finally, the best ad network to start earning fast, plus a simple hack to double your traffic. Now stay to the end of this video to get my secret boosting traffic strategy. And if you're serious about making money online, hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get into today's video. Okay, so you've joined me inside of Pinterest. Now these are 3 very simple steps to make serious income with AI and Pinterest. And I'm going to show you in detail all the strategies that I use, and I'm going to also show you the shortcuts that I use, and I'm going to give you pretty much the entire blueprint so you can go away and do it yourself for free on this video. And before I go into that, I just want to give you some insights into putting the strategy into place, what is possible with Pinterest and in terms of traffic. This is an account that's making over 8,000 outbound clicks. This is one that's in and around the 100,000 outbound clicks marks over around 30 days. This account has around 65,000 clicks, and of course there are multiple accounts that I can show you and multiple screenshots because I have years and years of working in Pinterest and I understand how to generate massive clicks, massive income and massive revenue. Now today I'm going to show you one of my smaller accounts. This is a case study account, so I can show you pretty much everything. I can show you the analytics, I can show you the boards, the pins, the entire AI strategy that I use, and we can really dive into this particular account. Very quickly, I'm going to highlight exactly how the strategy works. So number 1 is you're going to set up a simple blog post in this particular niche that I think works the best in Pinterest, especially for beginners. Number 2 is you're going to create simple pins using AI. I'm going to give you a tool that I use that I've been using for the last few months and that has really shortcut my entire team, saved me a ton of money, and I can use it for very, very, very cheap, quite affordable, to create fantastic pins, fantastic graphics, and streamline the entire process. And lastly, I'm going to show you the exact ad network I use. Now, I've never really shown this before, but I'm going to show it in today's video because I want to give you the complete picture of the exact advertising network that I use so you understand how to actually generate revenue from Pinterest. Lastly, once you are all set up and running, I'm going to show you the strategies to rinse and repeat. And if you stay with me to the end of this video, I'm going to show you with you this really, really simple, very, very cool and strategic hack that can increase your traffic by over 100%. That's only for people that stay with me to the end of the video, so let's get into it now. So if you're new to blogging, if you're new to AI and using Pinterest, this is one of my blogs that I use. This is Tool Trip, this is the actual blog itself. And as you can see, when you go into each blog post, we have hundreds of blog posts on this particular website. Each one of these blog posts have been created using an AI listicle generator, including content, and you get paid for every eyeball that hits this page because there are ads, as you can see on the sides and at the bottom. Of course, people can add their email address, which is another form of revenue. But for us, I just want to focus on getting eyeballs to the page and then monetizing those eyeballs with ads. And usually you're going to get paid between around $30 to $50 for every 1,000 people that visit the site. So if you do your maths, very simple maths, if you have thousands and thousands of people visiting your site on a day-to-day basis, you're going to make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a day-to-day basis. So that is in a nutshell the foundation of the blog itself. Now I'm not going to go specifically through exactly how you create blogs. You can set up blogs in multiple different ways. But once you have your blog established, you've registered your domain, you've added a few images, etc. I'm going to show you how to create the content itself and then how to monetize that content. Now here is the Pinterest analytics for the Tool Trip account. So over the last 60 days, it's generated around 10,000 clicks to the actual website. It's got over 400,000 total audiences that have been engaged, over 500,000 impressions, and over 30,000 engagements, okay? What that means for you is that the more clicks that you generate, the more impressions that the pins that you create generate, the more revenue that you're gonna make. Now if you scroll down here, you can see some of my highest converting pins. Now, of course, I'm sharing this is a public case study. Please follow my strategy, don't follow my pins because there's hundreds and thousands and millions of keywords you can target. There really is no need to copy mine, so just copy the strategy, not the pins and the keywords. I would really appreciate it. If not, I'll have to stop doing these type of videos. Anyhow, you can see the impressions on the right hand side here, and the ones with the higher impressions are usually going to be at the top here. So how does this all work? So pretty much it's very simple. Pinterest is a visual search engine. People come onto Pinterest for multiple reasons, usually for ideas, for tips, for inspiration. They click on the pin itself once they're in the search engine, and then when they're happy with your design and your graphics, they're going to hit visit site, or maybe even click on the title here. That's going to go through to your pin, and then this is going to be the way that you drive eyeballs to your website, and of course these are the eyeballs that generate the revenue for you, okay? Quick pause, if you are enjoying the content and you really want to unlock the next level of success with Pinterest, then I urge you to sign up to my newsletter. I'm sharing the best tips, the most up-to-date tips, things that are working for me in 2025 in detail with step-by-steps of exactly how I am growing my Pinterest accounts across my several accounts, plus all my agency accounts. Plus I have around 20 or so blueprints that give you the step-by-step methods of how I scale out accounts up to $10,000 with no jargon or fluff. Just exactly what I do and all the tools I use to scale up my Pinterest accounts. If you're interested, this is all 100% free, so please sign up with the link below this video. Let's carry on. So we understand the foundations of setting up blog posts. Now let me show you the exact niche that I reckon is the best beginner-friendly niche to go into and give you all the reasons why. So let's go back to Pinterest. We're going to hit account here and we're going to go to Pinterest trends. Setting up Pinterest accounts are very, very simple. I'll leave a video in the description if you want to set up an account with pins and boards, and just give you the overall optimization of how to set up correctly. Now, as I mentioned, there are tons and tons of niches on Pinterest, okay? You can pretty much choose whatever you want in terms of the capabilities, and every single niche has millions and millions of eyeballs on a day-to-day basis. But if you're starting from scratch and you really wanna harness the power of AI and Pinterest, this is the exact niche that I would recommend. So on the side here, go to food and drink, and then you can go to monthly trends or yearly trends or seasonal. Let's go to monthly trends here. And then it shows you the search volume and the types of keywords that are getting some of the highest monthly searches on Pinterest, and also weekly and monthly changes. And it also gives you a search volume, okay? The food and recipe niche is one of the best niches on Pinterest for a variety of reasons. Now, first off, as you can see, there are thousands and thousands, probably millions of keywords in the recipe niche, okay? And you can pretty much target any keyword that comes to mind. Of course, you've got to check some competition research as well. Now, let's click into one of these very quickly. This shows you the actual interest over time. So this is a year analytics and calendar of the kind of spikes and dips of this particular keyword. Also, if you want, you can add some related trends. This will help you to narrow down the keyword itself and find related keywords that are similar to it. But what I want to show you was this, okay? Take a look at the demographics when you get a chance. Pinterest generally is a female audience, and the recipe niche, as you can imagine, is very heavily tailored towards women. But for you, that's perfect because most of the audience is on Pinterest is female. So you're choosing a niche that is going with the current trend and not against it. Now, here's what I want to show you. Some of these popular pins, okay? Let's click into it now. So one of the main reasons why I love the recipe niche so much is, as I mentioned, there is a ton of keywords. So you're going to have so much to choose from, and you have most of the keywords have extremely high volume. So you guarantee once you've done your research correctly and you've created your pins correctly that you're going to see traffic, which is really, really important. And the last reason is the graphics themselves are amazing, okay? So as you can see, some of these pins look absolutely amazing. And I'm going to show you in the next step how to create these pins for basically next to nothing, extremely affordable, very, very cheap, and they're going to look amazing, okay? Probably as good as these, sometimes even better. So we'll leave this page open so we can compare the pin graphics that we make to the pins that are here. And I'm going to open this tool called Content Goblin, okay? Now I've used this tool for several months now, and it's one of the easiest and smartest ways to generate pins at an extremely affordable rate. They have a free trial now as well, so click the link below this video if you're interested in setting up and trialing the Content Goblin tool. I would 1000% recommend it. Let me log into my account and show you exactly how easy this is. Now, this is the Content Goblin home screen. It's very, very simple to use, and they added new tools and features. But for us, we just have to use the single recipe or the image listicle content link on the right hand side here. I'm going to come back into Pinterest and copy the keyword over. Now, this is a more of an image listicle, so it's going to be a recipe with probably around 20 or so shrimp recipes. If it was a single recipe, we'll click the single recipe here, and we can just create a single recipe in itself. We're going to hit long in the section type here, and we're going to keep the image quality as good. This is the cheapest and most affordable image quality to use. We're going to select 20 plus images, and we're going to hit generate. Okay, so this has been generated. It took probably around 30 or so seconds. This is a very simple one-click article that we've just created. You can see it's got ingredients, it's got instructions, it's got really, really detailed and very, very tasty images as well with ingredients and instructions. You can go ahead and if you, for example, don't like this particular image, you can regenerate it. So you can just press hit regenerate, and it'll take one credit, regenerate to something different. And then you can keep scrolling through. Once you're happy with this, and as I mentioned, there's 22 really, really high quality images here that are Pinterest friendly. With all of the ingredients and instructions, this has taken us, like I said, under a minute to do. Once you're happy with this listicle, you hit create WordPress draft here. It will go and sync directly to your blog. And within a few minutes, you've got a high converting, visually friendly, Pinterest friendly blog post that's ready to go and ready to be used for Pinterest. Now, that is probably one of the hardest things to create, the blog post, okay? We've done it in a few minutes. I'm going to show you how to create these pins, okay? Because it's all very well that we've got a really good and structured and visually pleasing blog post, but how do we create these pins, okay? So we're going to pop back into Content Goblin, and we're going to grab the title, okay? And we're going to go to pin generator on the left-hand side here. We are going to add the title into the pin text here. You can add some additional prompts. Definitely add your domain, okay? So whatever food blog that's going to be, or recipe blog, add it into here. I'll add in a food blog example. And now you can choose your style type, okay? There's multiple style types. I tend to pick a variety of each one. For now, we're going to go for John Star, and we're going to hit generate pins. Okay, those are done. It took about 15 seconds. Now, as you can see, these are super tasty. They look really, really visually friendly. These are very competitive compared to the ones that we just saw. Let's create a few more using maybe general. We'll hit generate. Again, those ones are finished now. They are eye-popping. You can see that the numbers are in the pin itself. We've got a title and description. So these are super SEO friendly. We have our blog at the bottom here. We'll create two more just for you to see it. And those are done, okay, within a few seconds. Now, let's take a look at the Pinterest search results, okay? These are the results that we saw. And let's look at our pins themselves. They look as good, if not maybe slightly better. Maybe I'm being a little bit biased. But as you can see, we created these in literally seconds. We have pins that we've got here. We've got a blog post that we've created here that is very, very visually appealing, plus the ingredients and instructions. We've also got all these keywords here that we can potentially target. Now, if you really put these things together, okay, you pretty much have the entire structure here, okay? Between the keywords, between the blog posts, and between the pins themselves, you can really create the perfect articles and the perfect pin graphics for Pinterest, utilize AI, and build out a website that can generate thousands and thousands of clicks daily and hundreds and thousands of clicks on a month-to-month basis. And this is how I've been able to generate outbound clicks and saves and impressions using Pinterest, using the strategies that I'm showing you by utilizing tools like Content Goblin. So if that makes a lot of sense for you, I'd really appreciate you clicking on the link below this video. I'll leave a link just below this video for you to click. Content Goblin is probably one of the easiest tools that I've used, and it's super affordable, plus it's a free trial. If you do click the link below, it really helps support the channel. Let's move on to step 3. So we understand the foundations of blog posts. We have really gone into how to create pins using AI, even how to create blog posts too. So let's go into the next step. Okay, the third and final step is what networks do I recommend and would I recommend you sign up with to actually earn the most amount of money from the ads that you use. And let's go into that right now. Now, there are multiple different ad networks that you can use to monetize your blogs, okay? So you can use things like Google Ads, which is probably the most popular, but I wouldn't recommend using Google Ads for these type of blogs and these type of monetization opportunities because they usually don't pay very much, okay? Now, there are other networks that you can use. However, the restrictions that they have is that you need to have thousands and thousands of traffic before you even sign up. And usually that's going to take you months and months. So one of the smartest, one of the highest paying networks that specifically work for our strategy is a place called Journey MV. So this is Journey by Mediavine. Mediavine is one of the higher traffic operators in the space. And they don't usually allow people with low traffic to apply to the main, more established ad network, but they've created a new one specifically for beginners and also for people with lower traffic who are able to build brands, start from scratch, and then earn revenue as they're building. So this is who I'd recommend that you go with, Journey by Mediavine. They are one of the best in terms of support. They are one of the best, they're one of the highest in terms of RPM. So that's a revenue for every 1,000 impressions. So you get paid higher using Journey by Mediavine than you would for other ad networks. And I've pretty much tried them all. And they also have a multiple of different on-platform tools that you can use just to make your blogging experience better for the audience and better for your traffic. So here's my recommendation. Once you've set up your blog and you are using the strategies that I've shared in this video and you're getting to a few thousand visitors per month, then apply with Journey. And if you take nothing else from this video, make sure you sign up with Journey by Mediavine because they are the best ad network in the space right now for this strategy. I'm not one to just say things and not use it myself, so I'm going to show you my Tooltrip account very, very quickly. This is the last 90 days or so of my Tooltrip account. These are earnings from Pinterest. As you can see, these are the RPMs on the side here. These are the impressions and sessions, and you can see the earnings kind of spiking up and spiking down. So this is proof that as long as you follow the strategy in this video, you can make income online, and this is a very doable and very scalable strategy. Now, I want to share with you this very simple hack to get to 100% more traffic if you follow the strategy from this video, and I'm going to show you that right now. And I appreciate you staying with me to the end of this video, so let's go and get into that hack right now. So let's head back into Pinterest. We're going to go into analytics here. Now, one of the smartest things that I do pretty much on a week-to-week basis is I go back into my analytics here and I look at the pins from the last 30 days. And I look at the ones that are doing really well. So for example, this one's doing really well, so is this one, and so is this one. And the strategy that I use that is super simple is I just double down on the ones that are working really well. So for example, let's say floating bookshelves were doing really well. As you can see here, over the last 30 days, it's got around 1,000 plus impressions. This coffee one seems to be doing quite well. It's got around 11,000 impressions. So what I'll do is I'll go back into this pin and I might create a 25 bar ideas for your space, or maybe a 20 bar idea listicle for your space. And then I would create a new blog post using Content Goblin, and I'll create a new pin using Content Goblin. And then I would schedule out probably 4 to 5 or so pins to that new URL to kind of utilize the traffic that I'm getting in this particular area. Another smart tip you can do is instead of just going down that same route and creating pins and URLs in exactly the same keyword, I'll go back into Pinterest trends here. And I would look for related interests that are related to the main term. So for example, cozy cafe aesthetics, or cozy coffee shop, or maybe small coffee shop. And then I'll scroll down and then I'll look at some of the related pins. And what I'm pretty much trying to do is show Pinterest that I can create similar content for keywords that are doing really well, and then kind of piggyback off the traffic for things that are already working. So if coffee bar ideas work, then maybe small coffee shop ideas should work because they're very similar, but I can create new content and new pins in that area. Now, I hope that's made a lot of sense. It's been a bit of a detailed video. As you can see, the strategies work, as I've shown in this video. If you want to take your Pinterest campaigns to the next level, I do have an agency, but more specifically, I have a coaching service that you can see, and I'll leave the links below this video. The coaching service is extremely affordable, and it's on a month-to-month basis, so there's nothing locked in, where you get access to me firsthand, and I can specifically go into your campaigns and do this entire strategy, but on a very detailed basis to ensure and kind of guarantee that you see success across your Pinterest campaigns. I can even help you with keyword research. I can help you with optimizations. I can help you with pins. If that's interesting and if you've got value from this video, I'll leave a link below this video. As I mentioned, it's super affordable. But that's pretty much it from this video. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment sections below this video. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.